Hello basketball coaches and basketball players, my name is Alan from Al's Basketball Training, and today I'm going to give you some tips and tricks and some plays on how you can beat the 1-2-1-1 diamond press defense. Let's get down to the clipboard and let's check that out. Okay, so really quickly, what the diamond press is we have one player up top, we have two players right there, we have another player here and another player here. Now, if the other team is running it really tight, really strong, what you're probably going to see is this player, he's going to be guarding the first player who gets that inbounds pass. Meanwhile, these two players, they are not going to go past that free throw line extended unless they get a turnover. Next, player 4 will not be passing the half court line, and player 5 will not be passing that free throw line extended on this side of the court. Next, this player is going to try and lead whoever has the ball towards one of the two sidelines, and player 2 and 3, they're going to come and pick it up and run a double team towards one of these two corners, because this is where we're going to be setting a double team and a trap. The reason why it's a trap is because there's a sideline and they can't go that way, and there's also a half court line, so once they pass it, they can't go back over. So essentially it's a trap, they're trapped, and, well, they can't do anything other than pass. So what we're going to have is most likely most defenses are going to be running like this, and we're going to have player 2 set a screen on player 1, and player 1 red is going to get open. Next, player 2 red is going to go up the middle, and that's going to now bring player 1 red over. Now this is coming to our advantage. What we are going to do now is have player 3 run back inbounds, and player 1, he's going to pass the ball or pass the ball back to player 3. Now, depending on what these players are doing, if they're trying to cut off the middle, which they should be trying to do, because on a press, they do not want you to go up the middle of the court. What they want you to do is go up the sidelines outside of the volleyball court that is usually there. Usually there's a volleyball court that looks like this. Generally, they want to force you into this area here so that you can, again, get trapped in these corners there. So they're going to be cutting off the middle. What we are going to have now is player 1 blue. He's going to be forced back around. And now we have this player. He is guarding both of these players on this side. So now with player 1 blue, now going back over to player 3 and these two players cutting off the middle of the court, what we are going to run now is player 3 is going to pass the ball back to player 1. He's going to take one dribble. That's going to start bringing those two players over. This defender is going to start moving over, and now we're going to have a couple of different options. Personally, I like to get the ball to player 2 red. If you can get that ball to player 2 red, you're all set. Now, if player 2 blue moves up so that he cannot get that ball, we want the ball to be reversed one more time, and then one more time over to player 5, so now we've got it past half. We've got it past half without getting trapped, because when you swing the ball, if you didn't already learn this when you were younger, or at least if you coach older teams, if you were coaching younger teams, the ball being passed is a lot faster than dribbling. So by swinging the ball back around, we're able to get that ball past half to set up the offense. So either we pass the ball to player 2 who can set up the offense, or we can swing the ball around to get the ball past half without getting trapped. Now this is one of the strategies as well as one of the plays that you can run. You can try and have players cut up the middle of the court so that you can get them a quick pass, and because they're going up the middle, the whole defense is going to try and collapse on them, and if they can get past half quick enough, then they're able to set up the offense. Now, the other tip that you got here was to swing the ball around to get it to the other side of the court, because passing a ball is a lot faster than dribbling the ball. Now, I'm going to show you one more play. Now in this next play, we're going to have 3 players up top to be able to get the ball down court. What we're going to have now is player 4. He's going to be cutting down, and player 3 is going to pass him the ball. Now what's going to happen is player 1 is going to go and cover him, and player 3 is going to be running inbounds. Player 3, he is probably going to be moving over just a bit so that he may be able to dribble up, and if player 4 is a good enough ball handler, he may be able to take one dribble. What's going to happen now is, or at least what I want to see, is player 4 to pass over to player 2 or player 3. One of these two players is going to be open. I prefer player 2 getting the ball because what's going to happen is that's going to draw player 2 blue towards him. And now we have player 1 who has nobody around him, so we can pass the ball over to him. Now, as soon as that pass goes, whether it be to player 3 and then player 1 or player 4 to 2 to 1, it doesn't matter, but we want player 1 to get that ball. We want to be able to swing that ball around. Now what we're going to be having is player 5, he's going to be moving down court. That's going to bring player 4 over, player 2 over, and player 1 is going to be probably running down court to try and catch up. And we're also going to be having player 2 run down court down the middle, as well as player 3. The reason why we have 2 players running down court down the middle is whoever player 1 wants to guard, which is probably the front player, player 1 is going to now reverse the ball back over. We've now basically screwed up their press. And now we have player 4 open. Player 3 or 2 could have dribbled the ball down court, or they could pass to player 4, who is now far enough over the half-court line to set up the offense. Now, personally, when we run that swing to player 3 to player 1, player 1 is going to be far enough down court so that he just has to take 1 to 2 dribbles, and then he's basically beat the press himself. Plus, number 1 is our point guard, so he should be the number 1 and best ball handler on the team. And that's why I have him in the swing position, is because once we swing the ball, he's going to be open enough to be able to get the ball down court quick enough, but also if somebody is scrambling to go and guard him, he's able to beat them down the middle. And he's also going to be a good enough passer to be able to pass to somebody who can get it past half. Now again, just to reiterate what we have learned, try and get the ball down the middle of the court, and then also bring the defense over to one side of the court, swing the ball back around, and then you're able to advance the ball past half court without getting trapped. I hope that this video has helped you become a better basketball team, but also help your team beat the 1-2-1-1 press. It's one of the better ones out there. And if you would like, hit that like and subscribe button. Well, I'll see you guys later on today for our second video of the day.